This week, we're breaking down a thriller from Fast Break Friday, some jaw-dropping moments from Techo 5, and a special player spotlight you won't want to miss. Let's dive in. What up, sports fans? Welcome back to The Locker Room, your go-to sport for the biggest plays, hottest takes, and real stories behind campus sports. Let's run it back. Best play from the weekend.
Bowie wants to breathe. Bowie gets to breathe. He's the ultimate life here. On the clock. Let's see if Black is looking for a way to answer here. Let's see Adam. And Adam gets it. Wings gets it to Tuto. Tuto bumps, Tuto hangs. Big man moves there. Tuto just bumps and goes in for the layup.
Heavy on the ball. He's trying to cut across the wonderful 2-point now. You have passes right to the first free throw. We have butt fingers and just like that, on the ball.
They cause another turnover. They want to push it down against the wing.
Adam on the ball. We cannot cross. And it's still about wings. Passes to the top. Cut it into the box.
And one. Total absolute pure dominance there. And as he extends the lead, the score is now 31-14. But Tuto makes the score 31-16 as they are still falling in this game. Within the 6 minutes of he did not get it. They push it to Bowie. Bowie with a head speed. Oh, Bowie, you know he's going to shoot the three, but he's get to the lane. By Bowie. They call him the ultimate lightning, and he is putting on quite the show.
A wonderful play from the outside, like skin. Really showing off that nice
Get through. Layup in good.
This is
Red Raptors winning the fast break. Wings gets through the slow step. What a look up step by Wings. Gets to the ball, up and in. But Black Raptors still maintain the possession. It's about time they put up a fighting chance as they maintain these rebounds. Oh, they skip through. Giannis gets the layup. Still limping on that ankle, but still managed to get the bucket to fall. Beautiful play there.
toss the ball right. Adam on the ball, attempts to three. Wonderful bucket. Coming to losing this game, but they have the possession here. Looking for something here. They get to Bernard. Oh, just like that, Black Raptors caused another turnover. They want to push it down against the wing. High pressing the Black Raptors. And Black Raptors still managed to get through the lane. Beautiful move by Tuto. Here's Leo, wide open. Leo gets the bank. Jigga finally gets the layup.
How we feeling, gents? Push back, make it the top four and show exactly what we got loaded in this team, you know what I mean? Let's get into it!
hand time. Not as much as Tinashe. I don't know how he's gonna play in this match. Can you? From the movie. Let's go now. Let's go.
Ever wondered what's going on in the heat of the game? Let's go behind the scenes in Mike Dub.
Before the lights shine bright, before the first whistle blows, before the crowd erupts into cheers, there's a team behind the team. They don't score the points. They don't make the highlight reels. But without them, Fast Break Friday wouldn't be the electrifying spectacle it is today. They are the unseen force, the media and event crew, turning passion into production and chaos into choreography. Hours before tip-off, they arrive, setting up cameras, collaborating lenses, fine-tuning audio, making sure every moment is captured with precision. From the courtside cameras catching the intensity of every play, to the sideline reporters ready to bring the fans closer to the action. They work with one mission: to bring the game to life. In the production booth, the switchers and directors call the shots, crafting the broadcast like a symphony, cutting between the angles, highlighting the game's biggest moments, making sure the energy of FBF is felt beyond the court. Behind the scenes, social media managers fuel the hype, posting highlights, engaging fans, keeping the FBF experience alive long after the final buzzer. And then there's the event crew, the unsung heroes who transform an ordinary court into an arena of excitement. They run the contests, cue the music, and keep the show flowing seamlessly. It's not just a job. It's a passion, a commitment, a grind. Because they know when the cameras roll and the fans go wild, it's their work that makes it possible. They are the storytellers, the dreamers, the game changers. They are the crew of Fast Break Friday. And this is their masterpiece.
Pressure makes champions. This week in The Huddle, we are going to dive into how athletes overcome high-stakes situations with faith, focus, and resilience.
Welcome back to The Huddle, the part of the locker room where we go beyond the game, where we talk about the mindset, the faith, and the heart that drives athletes to be their best. And today, we're diving into something every athlete faces at some point: pressure. We've all seen it. Final seconds on the clock, everything on the line. Some players crumble, and some rise to the occasion. So what's the secret? How do top athletes stay focused in the biggest moments? To help us break it down, I'm joined by a coach who knows all about high pressure moments, Coach Jay. Coach, welcome to The Huddle.
Thanks, Thandy. Always great to be here. And you're right, pressure is part of sports. It's part of life. The difference between those who thrive and those who fold isn't talent, it's mindset.
That's so true. We've seen incredible skilled players struggling when the moment gets too big. And we've seen underdogs step up and deliver. What do you think separates those players who can perform under pressure?
It starts long before the game. The athletes who perform best in high-pressure situations are the ones who prepare for it. They don't just practice their skills, they practice handling the moment. That means simulating game-winning shots in practice, running pressure drills, and putting themselves in tough situations so that when the real thing comes, it feels familiar.
So it's about training your mind as much as your body?
Exactly. Athletes need to condition their mindset just like they condition their bodies. That's where confidence comes in. Confidence doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from preparation. When you know you've put in the work, you trust yourself in the moment.
Okay, but even with all the preparation in the world, we know fear and doubt can still creep in. What do you tell your players when they're facing that moment of pressure?
Faith over fear, always. I tell them, pressure is a privilege. It means you're in a position to do something great. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Flip it and say, what if I succeed? That shift in perspective is powerful.
I like that. Faith over fear. And speaking of faith, for so many athletes, their belief in something bigger than themselves is what keeps them grounded. Have you seen that with your players?
Absolutely. I've coached athletes who, when the pressure is high, take a moment to breathe, say a prayer, or remind themselves why they play in the first place. Faith gives them peace. It reminds them that their worth isn't just in winning or losing, but in who they are as a person. And when you take that pressure off yourself, you actually perform better.
That's powerful. Because at the end of the day, pressure is temporary, but your purpose is permanent.
Exactly. And for athletes listening right now, whether it's in sports, school, or life, you can't control the pressure, but you can control your response to it. Trust your preparation, shift your mindset, and lean on your faith. That's how champions are made.
Coach Jay, thank you for that wisdom. And for everyone watching, here's my challenge to you. This week, when you face pressure, whether it's a game, in school, or in life, pause. Take a deep breath, refocus, and remind yourself, pressure isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. What's a Bible verse or quote that helps you stay calm under pressure? Stay strong, stay focused, and we'll see you next time.
All right, time to stir up the conversation. Who really balled out this weekend? Let's break it down in hot takes. Hello and welcome to another segment of Hot Takes. Today I'm joined by my lovely guest, Coach Tony. Bo, 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 bo. Hi, Coach Tony. I hope you're well. Both games had intense momentum shifts. What were the key tactical adjustments that made the biggest impact for each team?
Thank you very much for that question. Yes, well, that both games had key momentum swings, and I think in the first game between the Red Raptors and the Black Rebels, I think for me the tactical change or what the momentum shift for me was the Red Raptors expanding their man-to-man defense. Because I figured that they started with both teams playing man-to-man defense, but then when the Red Raptors extended their defense, that really changed the outcome of the game because the Black Rebels were in that I think they had just a primary ball handler, and then with the pressure games, lots of steals, and easy baskets. So I think that was what changed swing the game in the favor of the Red Raptors. In the second game, on the other hand, between the Yellow Wranglers and the Blue Raiders, um, both teams were they employed zone defenses, but the Yellow Wranglers had the upper hand on the fact that they were able to get out more in transition and score more fast break points. I think that was what really gave them the upper hand. They had more fast break points. They were able to grab the rebound and get out and run, which the Blue Raiders didn't do much. They had a few times where they had some fast break points, but they didn't do that more. The Blue Raiders had more fast break points.
All right. And which player do you think stood out the most tonight? And what specific qualities did they bring that really changed the game?
With regards to the players that stood out in both games, in the first game, for me it was Bowie with this incredible shot making. Yeah, you can say he had a lot. He had lots of open shots, but you still need to be able to make those shots. So I was most impressed with his incredible outside shot making. He had a lot of them and he was able to make quite a few, with good outside shooting. Stretch the defense, which is to come out and guard you. I think it was quite outstanding, the shot making. And in the second game, for me, it was Mod, number 14. He was dynamic with his ability to read the defense and with his quickness to get by the defenders, get to the heart of the zone, which I think was most impressive, and he was able to finish. So he was able to use his quickness and his athletic ability to get to the heart of the zone and finish. He also had good outside shooting too. So a combination of both was quite impressive. So I think those are the two players that stood out for me.
Interesting, very interesting. And looking ahead, what lessons should these teams take from tonight's performances to improve for their next matchups?
I think looking ahead for both teams, in the first game, both teams need to be very, very aggressive with the defense, especially if you're going to go with a man-to-man. You need to be much more aggressive, starting right from the get-go. Shouldn't wait until the other team starts playing before you impose your will. So I always say right from the get-go, if you see you have the ability to put a team down right away, you do that because basketball is a game of momentum. It can switch in seconds. So if you have an opportunity to put a team away, put them away quick. So that would be my advice. And then for the second game, I would say both teams were very good with their zone defense. My advice would be in terms of attacking the zone, you need to incorporate player and ball movement. Those two key attributes are very important because your ability to be able to move the ball as quickly as possible and get players basket cutting and moving without the ball will shift the zone. Because you want to shift the zone as much as possible, which will give you wide open shot in most cases. You can't just attack the zone and shoot a three. You need to dribble penetrate. Sometimes these days you have people screening the zone. So that's another thing I would like to see going forward. Screen the zone as much as possible. Move the ball and move players. That will get you to the basket and get out in transition as much as possible. Because the best way to beat the zone is to get there before the setup. That would be my advice for both teams going forward.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Tony. It was lovely to have you. This week was spotlighting an absolute game changer. Hello everybody and welcome to the Player Spotlight segment. I'm joined by the lovely Christine Pikinyane from Ruby Rascals to come and tell us all about her game and how she grew as an athlete. Hi Christine.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good. Can you please tell us what your pre-game routine is?
I put God first, I'm not going to lie. One of the quotes I love is Philippians 4:13. That means God strengthens me. So I feel like I can do anything because God will be with me.
Wow, that is amazing. And who is your biggest sports inspiration?
For me, I think it's Sabrina Ionescu. She's a really great player.
Yeah.
I like the way she handles the ball, the way she shoots, goes back for defense, and just her type of play.
Really amazing. And last question would be, what lessons have basketball taught you?
That's a great question. My biggest lesson would be to control things that you can control and let go of things that you can't.
Want to win some exclusive merch? Answer this trivia question in the comments. That's it for this week's Locker Room. Keep grinding, keep believing, and see you next week Tuesday at 7 p.m.